I just wanted to ask, how did you make the bold decision to create something new, even though you borrowed from existing culture, versus, say, borrowing stuff that's already there?
It takes a sort of combined intent. So there's a global aspiration involved here, and we were both, and it's really the UK and Australia, and you know, there's sort of if you imagine the Ashes cricket, that's sort of gone on in the business for a long time. There are the Antipodean renegades and the kind of monarchy. We found a way to come together, and you know, we were coming at it from slightly different angles. You know, the UK's challenge was about how do I connect the love that people have for the brand back to the chocolate, because we've been doing great entertainment, but it hasn't linked back to the chocolate. And we were coming from, we've got great connection to the chocolate. How do we own a state of being? And how do we kind of take a stand for Australia and bringing back joy front and centre? And in that was a collision, but there was a shared intent to get to a piece of work and an idea that we could all buy into, because for any of you who work in global companies, there's great synergy in being on the same team and doing stuff for each other. You know, you create a momentum around that. You know, you'll see stuff from us later this year that comes from other markets in the world, because it's awesome work and it's bang on brief, and it helps build what we're doing. There's some pretty capable minds in the business, and you know, we could have said something like, be joyful. I think one of the challenges is how do you brand an emotion? And you know, you can say joy, but it's not really branded at the end of the day. You know, what Joyville does is it brands it. It makes it uniquely ownable for Cadbury. It's a property that no one else can kind of step into as authentically. And, you know, that was one of the challenges that we set for ourselves as well.
You showed some great results. Why is it you think that the current work has actually delivered results above what you were getting?
I mean, there have been great periods of results from previous campaigns. You know, wouldn't it be nice when it was launched, heralded a real period of growth for Cadbury? It was an idea ran out of space faster than I think this one will. But yeah, if you invariably there are cycles, and you know the challenge is to. It's a great saying that you know brands don't get tired. It's the people who manage them and work on them that kind of get tired. And the challenge of stewardship is to reinvent. And I think one of the wonderful things about Joyville is it feels so connected to the past. And actually, I can look at a body of work that goes back 60 years, and I could probably pull out 50% of it, the great work that Cadbury's done around the world, and I can put it under this idea, which gives a sense of how stretchy it is and how connecting it is to what the brand stood for, which makes it feel authentic but contemporary. One of our fears probably up front was, well, will consumers actually get it? Will they get this idea it can be a space and a place? Can they envisage that stretch? And it's been like reading chapters of a book. You know, and I think because it's stretchy, it gives you real scope to do something different that delights and surprises. Yeah. That maybe other campaigns haven't had that inherent stretch in them. So wouldn't it be nice? It was a great construct, but there was a limited stretch to it. Joyville's got stretch beyond that. And it's the constant surprise and delight that keeps the momentum up. And you know, we've been stunned actually in the last few weeks when we've been doing focus groups on some of the things that are coming up, how articulate consumers are about Joyville, the whole, and how they really get it already. And it gives us a pretty broad tapestry to work with. Yeah.